This game drops you into a fictional country that's basically tearing itself apart. There are two groups locked in a vicious civil war, complete with mass killings and ethnic cleansing. But that's not the weirdest part. These strange creatures have started appearing everywhere, and their regular weapons don't work on them. The game doesn't give you any tutorial about where to go or what to do. You just start walking and figuring things out, which works well here. The main character Remy snuck back into this country to find his parents. His mother basically smuggled him out when he was 5, and now he's back as an adult trying to piece together his family history. He's got some old necklace from his mother and knows his dad was supposedly a blacksmith in a village called Chova, and that's about all he has to work with. Now, what makes this game different from most games is how it handles information and the approach for exploration. There's no map system, no quest log telling you exactly what to do, no markers showing you where important stuff is, and no goddamned X-ray vision. So you have to actually listen to what people say and remember details. If someone mentions their missing brother, you better write that down, because you might find clues about him 2 hours later, in a completely different area. The game has this tablet device that records conversations and clues, but connecting the dots is up to you. The world is set up like these connected hub areas, and it's not open world. Each area has multiple locations and secrets, and you will often find locked doors or puzzles that you can't solve yet. Later, you will often discover the right tool or information and can come back to access these new areas. So it's more like classic adventure games where backtracking with new knowledge opens up possibilities. The combat uses melee weapons, swords, axes and spears, along with a drone helper. The fighting isn't super complex but has this interesting health system. After you damage enemies, energy particles appear around you. If you hit a button at the right moment, you can absorb these particles to heal yourself. So being aggressive in combat actually helps you survive. And no, the game does not have Souls-like difficulty. Their different weapons work better against different monster types because the creatures represent human emotions. There are enemies tagged as terror, rage, despair and so on. Your weapons can be upgraded and modified with magical effects. The drone can distract enemies, scan objects for information, and eventually gets other abilities. The combat is really fun at first, but keep in mind that the enemies do become a bit repetitive, and once you know all their behavior, it's just not as exciting anymore. The story deals with some pretty brutal subject matter and is better than I expected. You'll see the aftermath of massacres, find evidence of war crimes, meet survivors who have lost everything. The game presents this stuff seriously rather than using it for cheap thrills. There's this running theme that the supernatural monsters are basically manifestations of human cruelty, so the real horror comes from what people actually do to each other. Exploration is probably the strongest part. In this game you will consistently stumble across new areas, hidden passages, NPCs with their own problems to solve. The game absolutely rewards curiosity and thorough investigation. Maybe you find a rusty key in some ruins and then 3 eras later discover it opens a chest with useful gear inside. Or you meet someone looking for their father's watch and then later find that exact watch on a dead soldier and can return it. Visually it looks solid with detailed environments and good lighting. The sound design creates the right atmosphere. Voice acting gets the job done without being remarkable, which is fine, considering the slightly lower price tag. The whole experience is designed to run about 25 hours if you explore thoroughly, which the game definitely expects you to do. This isn't something you can rush through. It's made for people who want to slow down, pay attention to details, and solve problems through observation instead of just following obvious prompts. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.